Welcome, ladies. Hello, it's Nikki here, and thank you so much for tuning in to the very first video for Single Moms Serenity. This is an exclusive platform for single mothers like myself who are all about progression in regards to advancing themselves with their parenthood, womanhood, and self-care journey. This is my very first video, as I stated, and I'm so excited to release it, even with the title that you see. I'm just a little apprehensive with the feedback I'll get in the comment section. However, it's just in my opinion that this topic must be discussed. It was just something that would not go away from me. It would not shy away. So here we are. Now, before I get started with today's topic, I would like to state my disclaimer that I am not speaking in regards to all single mothers. I am just merely speaking from my experience of being a single mother due to a failed relationship and the key points I have attained to overcome my past aggressions. So without further delay, today's full topic is stop hanging around other single mothers and why you should limit your time with other single mothers. Now, I do not fully mean all single mothers, but I do mean bitter, harsh, angry, mad, toxic single mothers. You have to avoid them at all costs. In my case, I try my best to avoid all single mothers. That way, when I am connected with one of them, it's just by happenstance, because it's usually through activities, work, mutual friends, or if they're my family members. Now, with that being said, I also had to learn how to avoid myself and the urge I felt to talk about my hardships with being a single mother. And I'll put a title on that. I had to avoid myself and the urge I felt to talk about my hardships with being a bitter and angry and mad, toxic single mother. Okay? I'll admit it. Now, one day I was talking about this journey and I decided to fully tap in and listen to exactly what I was saying to one of my friends. And it was usually word vomit when I talked about my single motherhood journey and just a lot of complaints on what the other half could be doing a better job of. On that day, I fully and intentionally made sure to pay attention to the words I was speaking. I came to the realization that this is my reality because this is what I continue to speak over my existence as a single mother. That day, I decided to start taking the initiative to slow down on my description and my expression on my single motherhood journey, and I made sure to start speaking light into such a journey. Because as hard as it is still a blessing, to have your little ones, and it's a blessing that you have been chosen to be a mother. So just with that tip, please, when they say think before you speak, it's so true, okay? Now, also on that day I was talking to my friend, I also realized I was talking to another single mother and we both were talking about our woes in regards to our children's fathers, okay? Now, the girl I was talking to, she's a really, really good friend of mine from high school. And on that day, we both came to a mutual understanding. And it was just like through a look. After we got done talking, a look we gave each other. It was a mutual understanding that we no longer need to speak about relationship issues with our children's fathers, because we already know each other's situations. We were in agreement that we both realized that these conversations were always the same. Although the scenarios might change, the end of the story is the same. And then at the end of the story, we realized that we were complaining. So for the past couple of years, our outings have been joyous and full of fun due to choosing to being in the moment and having a good time. Now, once again, she's my friend, so of course we do talk about relationships and struggles on rare occasions when the conversations are needed, but it always ends with how we could be doing a better job personally to combat these issues. So that was just my tidbit of a story. So here's my key points and suggestions. If you're in a space where you are able to point out self-accountability within you, and you know that you're in a space where you are angry and you're mad and you're still hurt due to your failed relationship and the struggle of being a full-on, hands-on single mother by yourself, by your lonesome, but you know that you want to be better, it is in your best interest to avoid contact with single mothers with the same aggressions that you have, because you're going to be destined to being pulled in and engaging in to angry, bitter, mad, toxic single mom woes. And I need you to become aware and understand that the only thing that you have in common with someone who's angry, bitter, mad, and in the same state as you is that you both are mad about failed relationships and you have built up frustration. So once again, I'll say that again. Become aware that the only thing that you all have in common is a failed relationship and built up frustration. Comprehend that this is counterproductive in your journey. Being in a space with bitter and angry, mad single mothers will only add to the source of your unhappiness, and it makes you stagnant. You have to make the decision not to succumb to this type of energy because it weakens who you are and it pauses you from becoming a better version of yourself. So negative, bitter, and angry single mothers, all together, congregating together, there's a low vibrational energy there because once again, you're only connecting due to failed relationships. Because in those type of circles, if we can be honest, I've been a part of them before, there's very little talk about the positive attributes of the children, okay? Very little. Someone might say something here or there, but we all know that if you're there and you've been there, the majority of that conversation is full on who has the worst counterpart from their children, who has the worst baby's father, So we don't want to do that. And I highly believe that no longer staying in this realm of self-pity is a must for all of us to be better. And the only way to get away from that is to leave low vibrational energy like this in your past. So here's how you can get out of this cycle. First things first is to find out what you want. Do you want to run a business? Find someone who runs a small business and take interest with them, become an apprentice. Do you want to be married? Start befriending women who are married and socialize amongst them. Do you just want to be in a group of women? Join a fitness class and befriend them. Just some type of activity, club, and mingle around with them, So I tried this website years ago when I was in the space of still being angry, mad, by myself and everything. I tried this website called meetup.com. It is not a dating website. Because that's the first thing I thought. But what it is, it's a website and it connects you with people who take interest in a certain activity that you may take interest in. In some cases, some of these activities are free, whether it's a biking or walking club. Look into that. Now, I will say this. You might find other single mothers there, okay? But what you have to remember is that you all are only connected due to an activity that both of you take interest in. And it's going to be your responsibility to not drag darkness into a place that's supposed to be a light for you and others, okay? So you have to be progressive in your journey and your personal growth so that everything is about excelling. Now, if you must and you need to talk with someone about your failed relationship issues and why you still feel bitter and angry and you feel a little toxic as a single mother, please seek counsel. Seeing a counselor or a therapist is great for your mental health. And this way you're able to have an assessment or, some form of guidance on how to break through this for you. Just a quick tip. Let's say if you're a friend who's dealing with who's not in the space of angry and bitterness and you're listening to this and you're dealing with a friend who is in the space, first of all, refer them to this channel. Secondly, don't engage. Just so you don't come to that, okay? Make sure if there's something going on that they've told you or just telling you the newest story, apologize. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It'll get better. That's it. Please do not counteract your energy and turn it into negative. And even if you're still angry, bitter, and mad, and your friend is angry, bitter, and mad, but you're on a self journey of progression, do not lower your energy to match hers, to make her feel better or feel like, okay, I have someone right here with me. No, we're progressing forward. So you don't have to counteract her issue with yours. So the best thing you can say is, I'm sorry that happened to you. I know it'll get better. Okay. All right. So this is the end of the video. And that was my little 2 cents. And just for us to focus on and become better versions of ourselves, because the last thing we want to be is bitter and angry. All right. So I just want to be honest in this ending of this video is you have the right to feel the way you feel. And you know more than anyone that you've been betrayed, and you know that you've been hurt, and you know that everything is falling on you. You are fully aware of your current reality. So that lets me know that you're only staying there because you want to. Because staying in that reality does nothing for you. All right? So your homework for today, yes, you guys have homework. So your homework for today is to write out what you're upset about, what you're angry about due to your failed relationship. You bitter, angry, mad, toxic single woman. Okay, I'm talking to you. We're sisters here, okay? I've been there. So once again, write out what you're upset and angry about due to your failed relationship. Write this out and counter your answer with ways you can resolve these internal issues. So before you start your homework or whenever you decide to do this, please keep these words with you. I can conquer anything, anyone, and myself. I don't know where that quote comes from, but it resonates with me, and I hope it resonates with you. This concludes today's topic, and I will see you all in the next video. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to comment, like, and share. This topic will be amongst our live discussions one day, and I will be looking forward to your input. If you're on Instagram, head over there and follow Single Moms _Serenity. There I post weekly posts, thought-provoking, engaging posts, and positive, encouraging posts. And my plan is to have us congregate in the comment section and converse there. So please go over there and follow. This concludes today's topic. I will see you all in the next video.